All right, hello and welcome back to another reading. My name is Brandon Tobias. It's great to have you here. Thanks for tuning in once again. Today's reading, if you found this video, is going to be all about how to optimize your current life situation for the sake of and partly for manifesting your true love situation. For those of you who aren't aware, the way love works, the way true love works, is that you become the best version of yourself. You then attract the person that God has for you in your best version of self. Okay, so the way to love, for those of you wondering, is to be yourself, is to manifest and be yourself. When you manifest and be yourself, channel message for you from God, you will manifest your person. Therefore, the priority in today's reading is not, dear viewer, love first, but it's you first. It is your life first. And in everything that I channel, though, from your guides and angels and from God in this moment in time, the whole purpose of it is going to be able to fulfill your love dreams, your love desires, and your love manifestation in this lifetime, because that is included. Let's go ahead and get into it. Asking for clarity, God, angels, and universe for the highest possible good through unconditional love and light for the viewer watching this particular video, what it is they need to know for their highest and greatest good specifically in their life and their love situation at this moment in time. I'm asking for specific clarity for them as to how to become their best self and through their best self and their best life to manifest everything that you want to manifest. The whole purpose of this video right here, dear viewer, is to help you manifest everything you want to manifest, not just love, but that is included. I want to be clear, that is definitely included, but also your life here. Okay, this is the purpose of this particular reading and what God has shared with me that the collective wants to know or needs to know or is looking to know on a soul level. So right now, you might feel in some way unfulfilled, right? Seven of Pentacles, first card that pops out in your life. You might feel like something's missing, right? You might feel like you have a lot of, this could be money or time or space or energy or hobbies or everything, right? But you feel like something deep inside is missing. You're not really sure what. And so right now you're going internal, right? Internally. This period of time for you is an internal moment in your life's journey that you may be coming across this video and you're like, yeah, I really need to figure out. You found this video because you're like, I need to figure out what my life is about or what makes me truly fulfilled. And everything that you may have been doing up to this point may not have created that for you, right? You may have been doing everything up to this point in your life, generally speaking, maybe for the sake of other people, maybe because you thought you were supposed to, maybe because you thought that society told you that you needed to do whatever you've been doing up to this point, and so you've been doing that. And so it's not always been for you. Right? It's not always been for you, the person in this card here, looking at everything that you've accumulated. You may have accumulated a lot in your life, right? Maybe whether that's internal health, right? Or financially, your wealth, or just generally speaking, your life circumstances. Most people might look at it and say, wow, that's fantastic. But internally, you feel like something's missing, right? There's not enough here, right? Now, this is the classic trap. I want to stop you if you're watching this, because this is the moment in your life. This is the classic trap where people go, there's two options here. And people will accumulate their thing in their life, right? They'll get whatever it is they're looking to accumulate for the first part of their life, and then they'll have two options. The first option is to say, it's not enough. I need to go get more. I need to go do more. I need to go do more of the same thing because it's whatever this is that I have is not enough. That's option one. And option two is to stop and to ask yourself what is really actually missing. Okay. Now, the whole point of this particular part of the reading is that question for you watching is extremely important. Okay. Because what I'm being told from God and your angels is that whatever it is you've been doing up to this point, right, that has provided you security or comfort or success to a really good degree, generally speaking, in your life, it's not more of that, right? Like your soul doesn't want you to just keep doing more of that. It wants you to look into a different direction right now to find what really is fulfilling. And this could be applying to any area of life, whether it's love or work, career, business, family, you name it, right? So just take it as it resonates. Some area, I'm just reading the energy, okay? General reading here. So the energy is saying, whatever it is that's gotten you to this point, it feels like it's not enough, but it's really just that your soul doesn't want to keep going down that same path or doing those same things. And so it's saying, to look inside rather than going to do more and more and more and more of that thing, to look inside, to stop and to say, what really is what is the thing that is missing? Why am I feeling this feeling of unfulfillment or dissatisfaction with my way of being or my general day to day life? Why is my day to day life right now not incredible, not amazing, not thrilling in an adventure every day in and of itself? Okay. Here's the standard that I want to place for all of you watching, okay? And this is from God and your angels, not even from Brandon, but this is how your day should be. Your day every day should be fun. Here's the exact adjective. So I want you to compare this to your day: fun, adventurous, fulfilling, impactful to others, impactful to yourself, and feeling like you got the most out of every single day. Okay. Now I want you to ask yourself honestly, do I feel like my daily routine or my daily average day, an average day in the life of you watching, meets all of those criteria? If not, that is where God and your angels want you to go to. That's what God and your angels want you to seek and look at how you can create and build that. Starting from within, okay, because it always starts from within, and then that will manifest without as well. Okay, and I want you to leave that in the comments below if you want to, right? Leave what is it that you are like, what is it your soul, right? Ask your soul, what is your soul missing? What does your soul want to have, do, be, or create that will allow it to be fulfilled? Okay. And the thing is that this thing, some of you already know what this may be. I'm already getting like some of you, as soon as I'm saying this, you're like, oh, I know what he's talking about. I I know that I've been working this job for far too long. It doesn't fulfill me, and my day feels like it's been the same for 20 years, right? Like, I know I need to go do something different. I know I need to make a big change, right? I know I need to actually take action in my life to do or be something that's more fulfilling for me, a life path that's more fulfilling for me, right? Maybe a new job, new business, new career, new hobby, right? New new family, right? That's a joke. Um uh so but that very thing that you would consider, right, that your soul wants you to go and to do and to be is very, 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 very scary. Okay. It's very new. It's very scary. It's very much in the unknown, but this is your calling. And if you came across this particular reading, make no mistake, God has called you here because this is your calling. This is what they're calling you to. Okay. So, whatever the thing is in your life right now that's popping up that you do genuinely feel like, oh my gosh, if I were to actually go desert Eight of Cups here, my daily life and the way that it is to go and pursue or be something very this different, okay, that is this amount different than what I'm currently doing or being or practicing on a daily basis, what would that be? Okay. And why am I scared? And it's okay to be scared. It's okay to have some fear here. That's what I see here. Two Pentacles with the Eight of Cups, some uncertainty over leaving the old way of your life behind. That's normal. So it's okay. Fear is not a bad thing in this particular case. In fact, we are wired, God and the angels saying, we are wired biologically and physiologically to have fear, okay, even when things are potentially good for us. Okay. So I want to be very clear. Fear is never a bad thing. Fear is just fear. And fear of the unknown in particular is very natural. It's natural to have fear of the unknown. It's a positive thing to have fear of the unknown because you know what it does? It forces you to search your heart and your soul and your truth. Okay? That's what the point of fear. Fear is not to scare you away from taking a certain action or to deter you, right? To deter you from a certain action. It's to cause you to look deeper within to say, is this really for me? Okay? And to be a little bit skeptical, right? To be a little bit careful in your actions. That's a good thing. Okay? But not when it impedes your willingness to take a step forward into a new direction or away from something, right? That is no longer fulfilling you. Okay. 10 of Pentacles here, Page of Pentacles, and the 8 of Swords. Now I want you to know, we're not, me and the guides, we're not oblivious to the fact that you watching here are likely in a love situation. You're likely in a soul partnership. Whether you're together with that person right now, great, you're in a relationship, or you're separated from that person, or you don't know who this person is, you're meant to have a person like this. If you don't know who this person is, you're meant to have a person like this. If you came across this reading, okay, so those are the three possibilities. They're going to apply to every single one of your situations, whether it's a soulmate, twin soul, etc., divine counterpart. 10 of Pentacles here. Now, here's the issue with what's been going on. If you're watching this video, is that you may feel and you may think inside that being with your person, 10 of Pentacles here, is enough. In fact, and whoever wrote this comment, there's so much love for you, so much love for you, so much love for you. This is not a judgment, but I did get in the comments and one of these last videos that, because I read all of your comments. I don't know if you guys know. I read all of your comments. I may not respond to all of them, but I read every single one of them most of the time. And one person said, on one of the readings, she said, I'm going to need some more thought on this video because I always thought my soulmate or my person was meant to fulfill all of my desires and fulfill all of my wishes and fulfill my happiness. And it's like, no, never is that the case. Never is that the case. I don't care if they're your twin soul, twin flame, soulmate, divine counterpart. Your person is not meant to fulfill you. Okay, let me get that. Let us get that very clear. And that is a fantasy, by the way. That's part of the issue with this collective, and particularly, I'd say a lot of people who are, and this is not like, believe me, I know twin souls, twin flames, soulmate. They're all very real, right? But a lot of people in the twin flame collective have this mindset where they're like, it's all about the other person, and the other person being in union with them is gonna fulfill their life, and they can't be happy unless they're with that person. It's like that is toxic, number one, right? And that is not true at all. You can completely be without your person and be happy and fulfilled. That is possible. And that's healthy. That's what God is saying right now, that we are all, if you're watching this, meant to do. Even if you're in a relationship with your person, okay? This is God saying your relationship and your person, even if they are your twin soul, your person is not going to fulfill the holes or the desire for you, okay, to be all that you're meant to be or to find your certain path, okay? Now, we're definitely not saying that is incompatible with a relationship. Quite the contrary. That and those paths and those actions are what's compatible with the person you're meant to be with. I'll put it more simply. When you are with the person you're meant to be with, you choosing the actions in the path that is meant for you, okay, that is meant to fulfill you, will only always ever bring you closer to that other person. Okay. Even if it has nothing to do with the person themselves or has nothing to do with what you used to do when you were, when you first met the other person, right? It's always the case that with God's person for you, and please hear this because this is very important for many of you to hear, okay? It's always the case that with God's person for you, like the person that God in the universe intends for you to marry physically in this lifetime, that the actions you take that are most in alignment with your soul and your fulfillment and your happiness will always bring you closer to the person God has for you rather than farther apart. If the actions that you take that you know are for you, that you know are part of your path, even if they're scary, even if they're a big risk, even if there's a lot of fear, if those actions that you take end up separating you from your person, okay, then that is not your person. Okay? That is not your person. The more that you act in alignment with what you and who you really are, the more you draw your person to you. And the opposite is also true. Okay? So that's very important to know. And the reason why that's important to know is because you need to be free, you, the viewer, whether you're in a relationship right now or not, to just be you. Okay? To be fully you and to go after everything you want. And we're trying to create safety around that for you. because maybe potentially you feel unsafe to go after what you want or what you are if you fear losing out on your relationship or your person or separating from your person because you're too busy pursuing what you are, what you want. No. The busier you get pursuing what you are and what you want, whether you're in or not in a relationship with the person God wants you to be with, the closer you become to them. Okay? The closer God draws you to them and the closer God draws you to them. Or I think I said that wrong. The closer God draws them to you and the closer God draws you to them through you acting in accordance with your highest, okay, and soul self. Okay? Therefore, as the cards and as God denotes, there is never, ever, 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 ever a need to apologize. Page of Pentacles here, Eight of Swords. For doing what makes you happy and fulfilled and feel blessed and empowered. Because I get that very strongly. Is that deep inside, if you're watching this, you might feel a little bit guilty, right? You might feel a little bit bad. You might feel like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know if I should do this. I don't know if it's right because of how it might affect my person or other people around me or how other people may feel. Okay. Eight of Swords here. You don't need to know how other people will feel or react to that. What you need to know, though, is that the right people and the right person for you will be with you, will be for you as you act in accordance with you. Okay? So let me free you. Let this reading, the intention, free you here and now to do that. Energetically, I want you to feel this and be free to go, do what you want. Don't worry about love. Don't even worry about it. Don't even think about it. You're going to think about it. It's going to come to you. You're going to feel it, right? You're going to feel God's messages for you about your person, okay? But those things will be guaranteed to you, okay? We are making, guides and angels, God and I, a guarantee to you that the more you do that, the more love will find you, okay? That is our guarantee to you. That is how free we want you to be. That is how empowered we want you to be. Anything else but that is disempowering. Any person saying, I can't do or be or express this because I don't know how the other person is going to react, or other people generally are going to react to me expressing myself in a certain way or taking action in a certain way, is disempowered. Okay. So the irony of this reading is that love is at the forefront here, right? Love is very much at the forefront, but so are you. And while it's important to put love at the forefront in a certain way in your life, to say, you know what, I'm very much wanting and desiring and manifesting my love situation, my person, God, please bring them to me safely, soundly, and so we can be in union and harmony. That's great. But the other part of that is making sure that you come first and not being afraid to say, in conjunction with that, I also need to be fully empowered in who and what I am and what I came here to do and be. Okay. So there's a balance. You guys can see, guys and gals can see, right? There's a balance between Libra and Aries. We're talking Libra and Aries, right? Giving all of my energy, my life, my love to the other on one hand, or giving all of my life, my love to myself and not paying any attention to love. Neither are correct. The correct answer is finding the balance between those two ways of being within yourself. Okay? Good. So it always starts with the self, right? It always starts with the question to ask is, what do I need to do now to most empower myself? And then the second thing is to know and to feel and to be in this energy of, if I do that and the best thing for myself, I know the best love situation will be there for me or manifest in time or strengthen if you're already in one. You see how that works? Okay. This is kind of like an instruction book, right? From the divine on how to navigate your true love situation and navigate the energies of it. So I want you to take anything that resonates from this reading and see how you can apply it to your life. Okay. Now, the reason we say all this is because if you're watching this, whether you're male or female, doesn't matter, you may have a history of doubting yourself, your abilities, and even potentially doubting your ability to commit or work hard for something that you want that's for you. I see something for a lot of you watching in your belly here. You may have grown up in a way where there was doubt created about you being able to really attain, okay, or work hard and receive and attain and commit to your success or yourself. Like whenever you committed to something for yourself, it got sabotaged or it fell apart or something like that. That's what I see. Like from early on, if you're watching this, and let this unlock something in you, is you would like you tried to do that, and then when that got sabotaged or that was failed, you like some subconscious lesson was learned that you better do work for others, or you better live for the sake of others versus living for yourself, because when you live for yourself, it fails into the ground. Okay. Or when I work or do something for myself, it's unachievable, or it's too hard, it's too much work, or it's impossible to do, right? So I better cater my work or my daily life or my habits or my routine for others versus for myself. Okay. So we are talking about a particular in-depth trauma right now that's in you, the viewer. Remember, we're navigating your life connected to love here in this situation, about why you may feel hesitant to go after what you want versus what the other wants. You see? Seven of Pentacles here. Now we're getting to the real reason why, if you're watching this, you might feel unfulfilled. Because most of your life up to this point was built on a faulty foundation of feeling like you needed to work or do actions or take action for the sake of something or someone else outside of you and their wishes or their desires or their preferences even for you. Because of the subconscious fear or belief that when you do those things, when you work hard or commit to something for yourself, okay, that it doesn't work, it falls apart, and it fails. Okay. Therefore, the reality of you, King of Pentacles, King of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, the reality of you stepping into your ownership of self, right? King of Pentacles, King of Cups, ownership of self, ownership of power, ownership of the life that you want to live. Okay. The ownership of that was lost at some point, lost along the way. And right now, you are struggling to get it back. You're struggling to work within yourself to attain it back so that you can actually live a more balanced life where you are not completely forgetting about the other, right? And serving the other. That's a very important thing, but also quite focused on serving your own needs and working hard to be able to commit to something for the sake of you, actually. Okay. So let me sum everything up here. If you've led a life, and many of us have, I mean, I'm a Libra rising, so, my life has mostly always been about the other person, still is to this day, and I love it. Okay. But if you've led a life that has been mostly focused around committing yourself or working for the other specifically because you felt at some point that that was the best or safest thing to do, this is why you feel unfulfilled. And this is where God wants you to turn, okay, turn your head into a new direction, because God wants you to start to do and focus more on what it is you came to do, you came to be, and you came to be fulfilled from and by. Okay. That likely has nothing to do with anyone else's wishes or desires for you. This is why everything we're saying, it's going to be Scary because it's going to be radically different from anything that you've been accustomed to up until this point in your life. Right? That includes the type of work, the type of relationships, the type of family relationships, type of career business. I mean, all the things that you have been told or thought was normal or you've been accustomed to. Okay, it's going to be going a complete Eight of Cups here, right? It's going to be going a complete different direction than that. And the guy just saying something you are completely unaccustomed to rather than accustomed to. Okay. Nine of Wands in the world. There is a fear within you, though, if you're watching this, that one thing you're afraid of is that things will be permanently different. Like once you go this new direction or commit to work for yourself rather than for the other, like things are gonna be permanently different, and you might lose out on relationships or people or family or friends or something like that. And I have to tell you, there's a couple things here. Number one, the people, and God already mentioned it with love, but this goes for everything in your life too. The people who are meant to be in your life right now, okay, will both stay and find you, even more so as you make these changes. People who are not meant to be a part of your life for whatever reason, even if it's temporary, it's like not meant to be part of your life right now, maybe later, or maybe not for the rest of your life, will leave you. Okay? God will kick them out, or they will kick themselves out when and as you follow your true path and your true destiny. So I have to say, your fear is correct. That's the thing about fear, is oftentimes it's correct. Not always, but oftentimes it is. Everything will be different. You will lose out on people. But those people were never meant to be involved in your life in the first place. Page of Cups here, Ace of Swords, Ten of Swords. It's like these are people that you would speak the truth to, or you try to have a conversation with, and these are people that just don't even know how to listen to you. Or they always have their opinion that's just wrong for you. Or they're never contributing in their even share to you in your life, even though you've given them the world. All right? How many of you know people like this in your life? And this is any area of your life. Again, friends, coworkers, bosses, relationships, like, doesn't matter. But these are people who you have no need to be afraid of losing. Okay, I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's family, friends, relationship. That's the truth. The truth is, you'd be better without those people. That's the hard truth. Right? That's the scary truth. But that is the truth. And once you realize that, dear viewer, you will become more empowered and more free than you ever have become in your entire life. When you are no longer afraid to lose people for whatever reason, when you are no longer afraid to lose people because you are going or making changes for your life that are meant to be made, and those people were really never truly contributing to your life in the most beneficial of ways for you, when you realize that, you become the most free and the most empowered you've ever become in your entire life, and everything changes for you. And if you're watching this, this is what this reading is for. This is what it's trying to do or be for you. It's trying to be the clarity and the confirmation and the catalyst for you to say, all right, enough is enough. I have to be willing to take the risk and take the leap of faith to go all in for myself, no matter if I make these crazy permanent changes to my life or lose out on certain individuals in my life or relationships in my life. Like, I have to do it for me. I have to be willing to sacrifice those who are not willing to contribute to me in the way that I need for a healthy and responsive life, or a very empowering life, in order to serve myself. Okay. This is a more direct and harsher dose of reality for a lot of people watching this video. Is that it's not you sometimes that holds you back, it's the people in your life. And it is partially you because you're the one who allows those people in your life. But it's the energy that comes from those people in your life that really holds you back from being the best you can be. And it's always your responsibility, though, dear viewer, if you're watching this video, now that you know the information as well, it's been sparked in you to make those changes. Because just because there are people in your life that are holding you back in some way, it's still your responsibility to make those changes where you see fit. Not even about the other person specifically, more so about your own life, and then the changes will follow. Okay? Five of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Seven of Swords. And this is all about, now it's being very specific, your career. And this doesn't have to mean like specifically a job or a career. This could just mean like what you were always told or thought that you needed to do or be, or the success you needed to attain in your regular life, right? Nine of Pentacles, Seven of Swords. This was a lie. This was a bold, flat, straight up lie. Okay. Many of you are waking up to the fact that I am not who I thought I was. I am not who I was told that I was by fill in the blank, my parents or friends or society or social media, right? I am not those things. I'm something completely different. And it's hard to accept those changes. It's hard to accept that reality, but that's the truth. Okay. How long do you guys think, and guys and gals think, it took me to accept the fact that I'm a very good tarot reader, that I'm an astrologer, that I would do these things as a spiritual coach, as a profession, full time? I never in a million years, 5-6 years ago, would have ever believed anyone who would have told me that, even if they were the best psychic in the world. And yet here I am. Okay. So those of you watching this are realizing this has been a lie. And it's hard. It's very, very hard to accept that truth. Particularly with things that you have invested so much into, right? Seven of Pentacles here, Nine of Pentacles. Like, this has probably been a very rewarding job or career or livelihood, or maybe the image of yourself doing that thing or achieving that thing that you thought you were meant to do was very, in a way, enjoyable to imagine about, right? Maybe you saw yourself as this, person that, was projected upon you by other people around you, and you thought, yeah, and the thought of you attaining those things felt good, but it felt good in more of a superficial or egotistical way because it was outside of what your soul is and what your soul truly wants. Okay. Now, I'm not saying those things are bad necessarily, but what I'm saying for the majority of you watching here is that whatever it is you thought you needed to be or become, that may have served a certain purpose. Maybe it was financially, okay, it served a certain purpose, or maybe it was emotionally, or maybe it was to satisfy your parents or friends or family or society's expectations. Whatever it was, it served a certain purpose. But at the end of the day, it's led to this feeling of unfulfillment. It's not fully you. It was never meant to be fully you. Okay? There's other parts of you waiting to be expressed, waiting to be committed to, waiting to be shown to the world. Okay? Proudly. Even though it would be scary for a lot of you to show those parts of yourself to the world, those are the parts that are waiting to be shown to the world. But you have to recognize first that everything you built this old identity off of was a lie. It was told to you. It was projected upon you. It was visualized even within you because of the energy of other people. It wasn't ever truly you. And once you recognize that, dear viewer, once you honestly, truly recognize that and what that was for you, what part of that was, I promise you, you will release it. You'll be able to release it, let it go, and then step into your true self. Okay. And this is an invitation. When that happens and when you feel that, and you're like, oh, that's my true self. I want to step into that version and go after that version of my life that I want. That's for me, not for anyone else around me. Your entire life will change. And it will move forward very quickly, is what I'm being shown, like the chariot. Okay. Okay. And even though, I want to say this, even though you may have been influenced by other people or indoctrinated by other people or, fill in the blank, it's still always, God wants to remind you, it's still your responsibility to discover this truth and then to make those changes. And never to blame others for that, right? Like it can be a very natural response to go, oh my gosh, darn it, my coach in ninth grade led me down the wrong path and it made me spend 10 years of my life doing something that wasn't really for me, or my third grade teacher totally messed up my life, right? It could be a very natural response to say that. Okay, naturally so, because whatever it is this is been a big investment for you. But God is saying no, everything that you've built in this identity of yours it served a purpose. It was meant to happen. But now it's meant for the opportunity to change, shift, and evolve into something that is for you and always been for you. Okay. Without hate, without this energy of vengeance, okay, for anything or anyone that may have caused you to think that you needed to be or do certain things that was outside of your true self. The answer is always to say those things needed to happen. They made me who I am today, what I am today. I've learned a lot from those experiences. And yet now, today, in this moment, I choose to step into my next and true reality of myself. And I choose to commit to myself and work hard for myself and serve myself for as long as I need to serve until my life changes. Okay. In whatever way it needs to change. Until I manifest my relationship, until the relationship I'm currently in goes to the next level. Okay. Until I meet my person, whatever it is that is for you. Okay. Okay. Now, I want to be very clear because this is the practical side of these readings, right? Everything is channeled that you hear, but also, I'm a human. And the reason God chose me is because I have lived a very humanly life. I'm still a very humanly man. Okay. Just like you and I, or just like you watching and myself. And this is not a message or a calling. God is not saying to just necessarily go and quit your job or quit your old profession or career or do something incredibly, reckless like that. Rather, it's a calling to look at what you can add, start to add, like the direct, specific directions as to what can you add into your life, okay, that can work in conjunction with your previous identity or your job or career profession for now, that can allow you to have the best of both worlds. Maybe the stability that this old identity provided and the fulfillment that your soul path or the new you needs to feel fully aligned and fully fulfilled. Okay. So it's rather than needing to completely take away or subtract or change, this is a calling more so to add, okay, to add more into your life. Okay. And to basically realize that this old identity or self or projection self is not and never was really a bad thing, right? Again, it served its purpose, but it was never fully you. It's always served a singular purpose from a singular identity outside of you that had its own purpose, but it was never able to completely fulfill you. Okay. Your soul always knew that there was something more. okay, than that particular path. Okay, so now is the time to find it. And not just find it, but add it. Okay, concretely add it to your life. Let's clarify the Seven of Pentacles, please. God, angels, and guides. The power of unconditional love and light for the highest possible good. A lot of you have already, as we mentioned earlier, you've known what this is, or you've had an idea of what this could be. Moon card, Nine of Swords, with the Page of Swords. But making these changes has been very worrisome for you, or taking the actions necessary to move forward into these changes that you know is true for your soul has been very scary. And I'm going to be honest with you, it is meant to be a very big unknown. Okay, you're not meant to know exactly how these changes are going to play out for you, right? Making that big step, creating that business, going on that new adventure, whatever it is that you found that you've needed to do, be, or step into, you're not exactly meant to know how it's going to play out. You're meant to take the steps first. This is a calling in this reading that you're meant to actually take the action steps first, okay? And then see how things play out. But trusting your gut all the way. Trusting that if your heart and if your gut led you to the precipice of taking those steps, that it is the step you're meant to take, okay? So let me be very specific, because they're showing me Three of Wands. And it's that saying, right, that God could, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't force them to drink, right? Same thing here. God has led you to the precipice, the Three of Wands moment before the big journey, okay, where you're looking over the edge. You're like, should I go? Should I not go? Should I leave? Should I stay? Right? And that's it. That's all God is going to give you in this situation. That's all your guides and angels are allowed to give you. Okay? But here's the reading. What the reading is saying is, if God and your angels led you to that step and led you to the opportunity to take that step, the rest is on you. Okay? That's what God and your angel team are here for. They're here to give you some help and some clarity and a bump in the right direction, but they ain't taking those steps for you. Okay? That's not their job. That's not their abilities. That's your ability, because you're a human. And that's what humans get to do. We get to actually take steps, take action towards what we want, take action towards our goals. Okay? Angels and guides, they're here to clarify what those can be, or our soul path, to help us move towards the right direction. You are the one that has to take that step, and then the rest will follow from that. Okay, but the message is very clear. You can trust in your own self first, and hopefully this reading will confirm for you that whatever it is you want to take that next step towards, that is scary, unknown, and completely different than maybe what you've been in the past, or what you were coming up to this very point, is the right thing for you. And it is the right thing for you, at least, to take that step that your guides and angels and God has led you to be able to take. Let's clarify the Knight of Pentacles here for the viewers, specifically God, angels. Yeah. I mean, thank you. That'll be all. Sometimes I legitimately feel like this is a magic show, because this is what happens. Like, this is what happens. Okay, so for any skeptics out there, there's like, I think there's like 76 cards or so. I should know how many cards are in a tarot deck. There's a lot of cards. That's a very small chance for the Three of Wands to be pulled. But this is how you know it's real. This is how I know it's real. This is how you should know it's real. It's because the cards help confirm what the energy is that you already feel. It's not even that I'm not special enough to feel, like, I'm feeling what you're feeling, to a viewer, right? I'm just feeling what you're feeling. I'm not that special. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's to say, stop fighting it already. Stop fighting it. It's here. It's done. You've already taken the step. Okay? It's already yours. You've already taken the step. Your soul's already led you to this place. Just go for it. Don't even Don't even think about it anymore. Okay? Whatever that is, you just take the step. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about the unknown. Don't worry about the consequences. If you have been contemplating this change for a long time now and you've been led to this point, it is time to make the change or take the action or add this thing into your life or go into this direction. Okay? You look, I'm just gonna tell you, you've meditated on this long enough, of swords. You've fought this away long enough. You have fought away your inner demons and dark energies and things that would take you away from the truth within yourself. Like, this is the truth. This path is the way. You don't need to be afraid of it anymore. You don't need to overthink it anymore. You don't need to worry about it anymore. This is the path. Whatever it is you are on the precipice of doing, being, having, or going after in your life, go for it. Okay? And don't you dare look back, because you won't be able to. I mean, you'll be able to, but you'll be going so fast forward that you won't even remember who you were the day before you take that step. Okay? Final 3 of this particular reading. Yeah. And if you do want to go deeper with me, I will, of course, have an extended reading available with this reading for those of you who are in a current love situation, whether you're physically in a relationship with this person or you're separated from this person or you don't even know who your person is. We're going to be looking at the other side of the collective, your person that you're connected to and what they're going through and any messages that they want to share with you at this time for the highest possible good. Okay, that will be in the extended, so you can check the description box below for that and more details in the featured products of this video. Okay, final 3 of this particular very specific and very unique message for you, the viewer. And of course, it wouldn't be one of my readings if we didn't end here with your destiny in love and in life. Okay, so I promised you all that if you focused on your life, if you focused on yourself and your priorities and your growth and your path, that you would manifest love. And what does this reading reflect to you? Okay. It reflects to you that, Queen of Wands lovers, as you own your path and yourself fully in all of the ways that you haven't owned up to this date because you've been so busy working or being what someone else wanted you to be, you also own and claim naturally through that process your love situation. You claim your relationship, you claim God's person for you, you manifest God's person for you if you don't know them yet. Okay? Either way, all of the conflict around you not feeling worthy or not feeling ready for your love situation or not knowing if you even have a person or a love situation this lifetime goes away. Okay? Once you claim all of this within yourself. Once you claim, here's what's being channeled. Once you claim your true path, your real true path in life, you will have no trouble ever claiming your lover and your love situation. And that is what you're meant to be doing now in this moment in time. Okay. I hope that was specific enough for those of you needing a little bit of guidance at this moment in time. I love you all. I love you all. I love you all. I appreciate you for watching. Thanks so much for watching. 2 options. You can go deeper with me if you do have a person you want some clarity about in your particular love situation, in your divine union, twin soul situation, soulmate. And that will be in the description box below. We're going to be talking about where your person's at, what they want to share with you, how they feel towards you, and anything else God and your angels want you to know in your specific love situation. And if you're not in a love situation, you don't know your person, is going to be talking about what your person is, right? What your person, your future person wants to tell you, what your soul partner has for you, because you're very likely a twin soul in this lifetime, even if you haven't realized it yet. Second option is I do personal reading. So if you want to get a personal reading with me, that is available right now. You can check out my website in the description box below at brandontobias.com. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to leave your experience in the comments below if you choose to share, because it will help other people to know what you are going through and help them on their journey. I'll see you on the extended. Bye for now.